So how do you feel if you are innovators in Indonesia?
I pay off the bureaucracy. Itu kan cara bisnis Indonesia kan.
Iya,
Ya kita datang ke sana kemari gitu.
Yeah. But
Izin,
exactly, there's no
Ini
incentive for
ada
it.
kue di sini, Jeko ya Pak di dalam. Pas dibuka isinya bukan Jeko.
Yeah. I think overregulation limits our ability to innovate because everyone will have their bad experience doing innovation.
Mohon bantuannya Pak, dilancarin ya Pak.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the Base Indonesian Talks. For today's episode, I have with me Harryadin Mahardika.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. My name is Harryadin Mahardika. Everyone call me Harry.
Harry.
Yes, Harry. Can be Adin as well. I'm the co-founder of Marvin Foundation, and we are doing 1,000 times innovation challenge. Hopefully, it will be one of the things that matters for this nation. Yeah.
Amin.
Amin.
Let's just cut to the chase.
Yes.
Why did you start this initiative, the Marvin Foundation?
Okay.
What exactly is the mission?
All right. So, I've been through several, you can say, profession, education, entrepreneurship, political. In all that world, I see that we are still lacking a very basic skills or very basic qualities to become a competitive nation, which is a critical thinking, and it translated into lack of innovation. So that's why in Marvin Foundation we are collaborating with universities, prominent universities, with Habibie centers, with venture capitals. We help. Hopefully, will be annual innovation challenges. We invited students across Indonesia to share their innovative idea, any idea, not necessarily on tech, for example, or on specific business like technology, like maybe digital only, but any creative and innovative ideas that important for humanity, for business, for education, anything. So we aim to make it as a regular event that eventually will be part of a bigger agenda of making innovation becoming our part of our culture. So I think that's the whole idea.
Let's get to the root of the entire problem. So you started the Marvin Foundation, right?
Yeah.
For people who don't know what Marvin Foundation is, it's a program aimed at university, college level students to gather business development and business ideas. If you guys are looking for investors, incubators, you guys can go to Marvin Foundation, drop a presentation at them, present your business ideas in front of stakeholders, and voila, money, because that's what's important for you guys.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
right. So let's go to the root of the issue. Why you said innovation needs to become a culture in Indonesia. So that implies that innovation is not a culture in Indonesia. Would you mind elaborating why you think innovation
Unfortunately,
is?
not yet, and we miss opportunities. The jargon, like innovation as a jargon. Maybe we already hear that like 30, 20 years ago, since end of 90s or maybe early 20s, right? But there are a lot of you know opportunities that we miss in uh, incorporating the word innovation into our education system, into our daily life, into our yeah culture, daily culture. And I think part of it because we fail to to make it as a simple and as a approachable as possible. That the words innovation becoming too maybe too powerful, too distant with reality of life. So, uh, for example, we have uh, two times tech bubble, for example, in end of 90s, 1999, 200 and first 21st century, and then another tech bubble maybe 2012, 2014 tech bubble, and that's what can we call that? There's a distance of idea of the students, young generation, with the industry, with the players of maybe technology, digital players, industry. So then innovation becoming it identical with technology, identical with startups, identical with uh, anything that uh, is not the basic essence of innovation, thinking innovatively and thinking critically. So that's why I think that we need to redo it again. We need to make it as a national agenda. That I think we miss the opportunity to make it as a as a daily life. For example, uh, we have rice. Yeah. Everyone in Asia, every nation we have basic staple which is rice. But if we think of it, how many variation of menu or type of culinary that one nation can have with one ingredient which is rice? If we compare Indonesia and Japan, for example, in Japan they can have hundreds of thousands of menu using rice, using innovative way of using rice as a as a basic ingredient, or maybe as its own. Like they have crackers, they have everything. But in Indonesia, we see rice as a rice, as it's a single ingredient. You need to make you need to use it using other ingredient, but you don't really have eagerness, have the motivation to play with it, to do something with it, or to just have a wild idea using that single ingredients, which is the most common ingredient in our food. So that's uh, giving a, like a can be a very small picture, but it can also portraying a big picture of why innovation is not yet innate in our culture, in our mindset as a nation.
So you, for the Marvin Foundation, you guys have created the 1,000 times innovation challenge, right?
Yes.
And you say that innovation is not really a culture in Indonesia.
Mhm.
What makes you confident that Indonesians would join up this challenge if it's not part of their culture?
Because we believe that organically uh, we can induce new qualities, new habits, new uh, you know uh, new belief into our belief system, mindset. So that's why we trying to becoming part of maybe like a movement, like a national agenda. Movement can be anything uh, that trying to reinvigorate, try to refresh again the energy, the passion of making innovation challenge, innovation competition, any competition that trying to stimulate ideas, everything, because we see that this kind of competition is actually quite common and quite booming before, especially before COVID, I think, before the pandemic. But then, like I said before, it's always then becoming a trend. Sometimes it's becoming forgotten, but there's no uh, concentrate orchestrated effort at the national level, at a big level, that make innovation as a as a um, like national agenda, or big movement again gitu. So we need to make it as a big movement again, and not only for like a college student, but down into more into high school students, into maybe as young as elementary school students.
So you don't really put a
Yeah.
cap on the age range of the people who wants to sign up for the event. Anybody could join the event. They can basically present their business ideas to you guys.
Yeah, for the first event for this year, we do have like a age, minimum age. Yeah, it's for students from high school and college student. So but we think that in the future we will definitely expand into a broader age range with maybe different concepts according to their capabilities and their understanding towards towards the world. So it will give like a stepping stone for its level,
I see. I see.
yeah, towards the next level of how they can think about new things, yeah, innovatively. Yeah.
I'd like to ask about the name of the challenge. So why is why is it called 1,000 times innovation challenge? Like what's 1,000 times?
Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are hoping that in each event there will be thousands of new ideas. So that's the basic thing. So we hoping that that's our aim. Every time we held or hold the event, there will be thousands of new ideas. Any ideas? I mean, like I said before, it's not only about technology, digital, but any ideas. Not only specific, very business minded. Can be humanity, can be agriculture, can be anything. So we're trying to make it as a as a target, which is hundred of new ideas. Sorry, thousand of new ideas. Every
Thousands of
time.
new ideas. So
Thousands of
basically,
ideas.
any sort of ideas can come.
Any sort of
Like, say, if I want to package bath water,
yes,
for example, like,
of course.
like say I'm a hot streamer, right?
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
want to package my bath water.
Of course.
And like I
Maybe,
tell them,
maybe
like,
your water is not that popular. Maybe other other artists. But that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
Basically, some artists that everybody simps on,
yeah, yeah.
and we package their bath water,
Yes.
hoping that the degenerates would buy it. Like
Yeah.
you guys would entertain that idea. You guys would
Yeah.
incubate that business.
Yeah, that will be one of the best.
Does this business have any like ethical boundaries?
I think it's still ethical.
You think it's ethical
Still
to sell
ethical.
bath water?
Yes,
Why?
still. There's no one. there's you don't violate any law, right? Any
Yeah, yeah,
legal
yeah.
no, there's nothing. E-
Okay.
yeah, yeah, but except you're doing the marketing or you're doing the advertising using like forbidden content, but that's different. But as long as as long as you still on the boundaries of the law and
Yeah.
regulation, I think that will be a very good idea.
It's a good idea. Okay, so I
Yes,
waltz
you
in.
just need to
I
have a
present,
list of
I, I present the idea like, hey,
yeah,
I
yeah,
want this actress, this
yes,
actor
yes,
has
yes, yes,
agreed
yeah,
to work with me
yeah, yeah,
and sell their bathwater to the
yes,
degenerates of Indonesia. Like, are you willing to incubate and invest in
yeah,
this business? Like, say, if, would you
yeah.
incubate
I
and
will,
invest?
I will,
You will.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, the challenge will be how you will ensure the originality of the water to the buyer, potential buyer.
Well, as you
How
so
they can how they can convince if they don't see the footage.
it's all about the fantasy. Like, what do you think? Like, we're gonna open up an OnlyFans? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
let's talk about the
yeah,
logistics,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But yeah,
So, like,
okay.
say I waltz in, I
Mm.
say, here,
Mm.
here's a bathwater
Yeah.
that everybody's gonna like, everybody's gonna slurp over it.
Yeah.
And then, what's the first? You're interested in this product, in
Mm.
this idea.
Mm.
What is the first thing you ask? Because I think a lot of the viewers watching,
Mm.
they got plenty of ideas,
Yeah.
but they don't know how to convey it. And like, that's not really our responsibility to help you guys convey your ideas. That's your own responsibility. Come on, businessman. If you want to be a businessman, you got to know how to speak. You got to know how to channel your ideas.
Yes.
Now, I feel like a lot of them needs to understand the logistics of how this is gonna go. Like, they walk into the event,
Yeah.
present this idea. What's the
Yeah.
first thing that you're gonna do if you like
All right. So
the
there will be
product?
at least three big steps. First, ideation. So your idea will be challenged, will be scrutinized.
Okay.
So
Let's simulate that. What would
yes.
you challenge? Like, say I got bathwater.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first challenge will be you will only have like maybe like a bed up size of waters, right? Maybe that will be how many 20 bottles.
Yes.
So is that enough as a business idea? How will you increase your production capacity?
Production capacity.
Yes.
Well, the people shower at least twice a day, right?
Right.
And obviously, bathwater will sell it in small vials instead of big bottles.
Okay.
Bathwater is really big. It's like yay big, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we can produce more than 100 vials.
All right.
And because, like, say, we've got a very attractive actor or actress that everybody loves, everybody fantasizes to be about, to be with, I feel like the demand is going to be particularly high, but the supply is going to be very limited.
Yeah. Yeah.
So therefore, we can jack up the prices without
Okay.
even have to mark up the price.
All right. Right.
And let's look at history. A streamer named Belle Delphine, she sells her bathwater on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. And the question is you're referring to is how do you confirm the
Authenticity. Yeah.
authenticity of the product, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't need to because history has already proven to us that people don't need a verified authenticity over this product. They're just gonna buy it anyways because they let their fantasies guide them.
Okay. That will be another problem. So the next question will be in Indonesia, people tend to copy everything. They tend to, making a fake product of it. How you will tackle that?
That doesn't seem to be my responsibility since I'm in the private sector. That seems to be the responsibility of the public sector.
But that will go down your price because there's no longer any scarcity. Because people just can, copy your product. is a fake one,
Uh-huh.
and they will throw to the market like there will be no scarcity anymore. You cannot sell it in a high price.
Oh, we're gonna make a piece of paper
Uh,
just to stick it on the vials that
yeah.
only we
Like a
could make.
certificate, yeah.
Like a certificate.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And
Sure,
they're obviously not gonna able to replicate it. We're gonna
Yeah.
find a way to do so.
yeah.
And I know some people
Yeah,
who are willing to do it for a
Yeah,
low price.
yeah. Maybe you can ask Peruri to do it.
So what's the next question?
Okay, after the ideation,
Yeah.
usually then we go into like a presentation and competition. It's like you will be asked to put it into presentation and then present it, deliver it to the to the whole jury, mentor, so everyone. Then you need to convince that it is a sound and viable ideas in that part.
Oh, so basically, I would like present bathwater and be like, "Would you like to drink Nikita Mirzani's bathwater?"
It can be like that. You can try that to convince that the jury should choose you as a winner.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
Yeah.
I can convince the jury that I will be a winner.
yeah.
I see. I
With
see. I see.
any trick, with any innovative way of
There's no
doing it.
bribery, right?
No,
No bribery.
No
Because that
bribery.
seems to be how Indonesia goes around bribery.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
hey,
yes,
choose
yes,
me.
yes,
I give you this
Yes,
under
yeah.
the table. Or,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So I
so-
convince. I convince the jury that
Yeah.
I've managed to
Yeah.
sell them the idea of bathwater.
Okay. Then
Okay, bathwater is really innovative.
Yes,
This could
yes.
definitely like jack up our country's growth.
okay,
Like, you guys would love this, and they're like,
yeah.
frick yeah,
Okay, then
he's him.
the committee will select maybe like 20, 25 best ideas based on jury and mentors scoring scores. Then those 20 or 25 teams can be more, can be less, it will be decided later. Then they will go through mentorship and incubation process in around 1 or 2 months to improve their idea, to improve maybe if it's a business idea, to improve its business viability, to give more depth into the idea. And but the most important thing is to ensure that the idea is doable, and at the end of the process, at the end of the incubation process, you will be presenting to the you know as we expected, to the potential investors. And I'm sure your idea will get traction for many investors or many many mentors maybe, that will be attending the final event to check who will which team has the best ideas, has the most sound business idea. Yeah, if it's business, yeah. If it's not business based, I think how can they help them execute the uh, initiative. If it's for humanity, maybe they can find a CSR or sponsor for the initiative. But if it's business, maybe they will chip in for your idea. And that's the whole process.
Okay, so they're gonna chip in into your idea.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you can distribute that bathwater everywhere.
Yes.
I see. I see. I see.
And I think Indonesia will be a better place after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that seems to be the entire challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like we want to know more about the people behind this program.
Mhm.
So when I Google your name, right? When I did some small research and I Googled your name, turns out you're a part of PKS, Gerindra. So, are you a
Long story, long
politician? Are,
story.
are you related to politics or what?
Okay, so it's yeah, it's actually a long story, but I can say that before politics, I was a university lecturers, professors. Um, I'm teaching at University of Indonesia since 2007 up until 2017. Uh, I'm a public servant, PNS
Where?
in UI, University of Indonesia,
Oh,
Universitas Indonesia,
itu jatuhnya civil servant.
civil servant. Yeah, at that time. Uh, but I think that doing my time as a lecturer, as a educators, I already see many things. I'm happy actually to become educators, but I want to prove that in Indonesia you can try every profession possible that you can be, and you can still winning the life. I mean, you can be educators, you can be a politician, you can be entrepreneurs, you can be maybe you can be an artist, musician, maybe can be anything in it. You can as long as you are dedicating enough, and of course you need to be innovative enough in doing those profession. You can start new. I mean, even I quit becoming educators at the age of 37. I think it's already quite old, right? 37. And I decided I want to become a politician. Because why? Because at that time, I think that is one of the most exciting, maybe exciting profession, or we can say like exciting world I don't know about, but I want to know that uh, that that world. What it's like to become a politician? What are they doing? And of course, how they manage their life. What is sort, uh, what is the source of their income? So that kind of questions arise at that time.
What is the source of a politician's income?
Yeah. Because it's mystery for everyone, right?
That's a very dangerous topic.
Yes, of course.
I think a lot of people like these days they start, they start really small, they start real simple. Many young people they play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they like mining.
Yeah.
I think people who play Minecraft would find it really easy to find money in politics. So please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I think I agree with that.
Do you play Minecraft?
My son,
Oh, okay.
both of my sons.
Your
But
son.
I like watching them playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your son's gonna be a great miner.
Yeah. Any minerals, yeah.
Yes.
Any type of minerals. E minerals.
Yeah, e-minerals,
Actual
Tima.
minerals. Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Tima.
Yeah.
Cobalt.
Yeah. And I think at their time, we can be giants in mining industry.
Wow.
Hopefully, yeah.
Wishful thinking.
But,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I think the policy needs to be redefined.
Uh-huh.
Hilirisasi policies, downstreaming policies needs to be giving more direct revenue to the state, because right now I think we got very few from the downstreaming policies.
Wow.
Yeah, too many incentives to the players. I mean, if you know that even the coal price for the smelters, the government subsidized it. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we see that the price of, for example, nickel price, world nickel, global nickel price, for example, you don't need to subsidize anything. You don't need to give any incentive to the players, to the smelters, because any price, they will absorb. I mean, the market will absorb, right?
Mm.
So if we, uh, yeah, this is economics 101. You don't need to, you don't need to alter the market mechanism
Mm.
if you are the only producer.
Yeah, but the thing about Indonesia is that a lot of our industry is driven from commodity that includes
Yes.
mining these minerals,
Yeah.
these energies. And this relates back to innovation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like innovation only happens when there is a concern for the quality of life that we are living in.
Yeah.
Either two of the things that innovation is dependent on.
Mm.
This is what I feel.
Yeah.
Innovation seems to be dependent on a concern for the quality of life,
Yeah. Yeah.
and two, it's the sense of surviving annihilation.
Yeah.
Let's kita tarik balik lagi ke maybe 70 years, 75 years, 80 years in history.
Yeah.
80 years from the point of 2025 today, all the way to 1945. You could believe it that human society has grown so much through innovation. What happened between 1945 and 2025? Well, I can list a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Cold War, in the information age,
Yeah.
like war on terror.
Yeah.
Like it seems like conflict is a driving force for innovation. The innate human desire to not lose and be annihilated seems to be directly tied with how we are advancing our society.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree if Indonesia were to face, like, say, if we don't have people inside our country who is concerned about the quality of life that we are living in? Why do we need to care about the quality of life we're living in? If I'm poor, I can eat pecel ayam every single day and it's affordable, right?
Yes.
But let's put that aside. How about conflict? What if conflict and struggle was the driving energy that would increase Indonesia's innovation?
I cannot 100% agree with that statement. Maybe 50% agree that conflict is the main driver of innovation in Indonesia. Because I'm growing up in the era, actually in the best era of Indonesia doing innovation. So I'm growing up in 1990s, 1990 until 1996. That time is the golden era of Indonesian innovation. So me as a kid, watching Habibie at that time. Habibie making airplane, Habibie making engines, Habibie making ships. Not only Habibie, he sent thousands of students to Europe, to Germany, so at that time, you know that this country needs innovation to catch up at that time. I think at that time, one of the main driver of innovation is not conflict, even though at that time Indonesia also has like internal conflict, but that is more on leadership. Even though maybe the new order baru is a bit late for the party. I mean, they're supposed to do the innovation once they got money from the oil boom, but I think they maybe they do their own party. They party themselves first, and then after they okay.
Ibnu Stowo,
Yeah, maybe that's enough. Maybe they they party too much, and then okay, let's think about innovation. At that time, Habibie doing good job in instigating, in in stimulating, you know, the maybe the dream of Indonesia becoming a very advanced country for young kids. So it's I think that becoming successful because kids at that time already know that that's the correct way of doing it as a nation. But then economic crisis, after that it's gone. Now because that leadership is not coming back. That type of leadership is not coming back, even though maybe can be coming back. But that there's a fundamental uh, limitation of our current democracy that will limit that type of leadership to be able to flourish again. Sadly saying, I think we need to rethink our democracy again.
We need to rethink our democracy.
Yeah, I mean, the way we're doing democracy, I think there's too many variation that we can try. I mean, why we try this kind of painful and costly way of doing democracy?
Because the thing is, we're Indonesia is one of the biggest countries in the world, and the way we want to do, the way people can make money out of these conditions is to use votes as a bargaining chip.
Yes.
Political parties are businesses,
Yes, exactly.
and I feel like that's innovation, right? When
Yeah.
was the last time? What countries like America, they don't do political parties like here in Indonesia. Countries like China, they don't see the business opportunities. Here in Indonesia, I feel like you can make good business by opening up political parties. You can
Yeah.
grab the constituents,
Yeah.
and you can sell these constituents for a lot of money, basically.
Yeah.
And as long as that is not regulated, well, it's fair game,
Yeah.
don't you think?
But I think, yeah, it will end sooner or later. I mean, if you want to progress, this type of democracy is not fit with it's not yeah, you need to have a, as I said before, more consolidated democracy.
More consolidated
More
democracy.
consolidated democracy.
But how exactly are you gonna regulate? You're gonna restrict this if people have already grown comfortable towards it.
I think, as I said before, those families know that they need to change strategy. Those families, yeah, like I
Yes.
said before, and maybe that they don't realize it now how to do it, but eventually they need to make like a, if in business maybe you call it holdingisasi. Yeah.
That's basically what building coalitions are.
Yes, building more permanent coalition
So,
between parties in a long term, and then sharing power, everything, everyone get everything,
everybody's happy, right?
everybody happy.
Can't we do
Yeah.
innovation with that kind of democracy?
I think it will be a better environment because everything is stable, everyone get what they want, but it needs benevolent leadership. Strong but benevolent leader. Yes.
So you're implying You're implying a benevolent authoritarian.
Not necessarily authoritarian, but he needs to be having a strong mandate.
How exactly
Yeah.
could we measure somebody who is benevolent? Because like benevolent is a characteristic that is subjective towards other people. Lee Kuan Yew was seen as benevolent, but then a lot of his actions were proved otherwise.
I think it's easy.
Xi Jinping, for
Yeah.
example.
In my world, just like I say, I was an educator, politician, and now entrepreneurs. as long as this person is educated enough, I think he will check all the box to become an ethical leaders and benevolent leaders. But he needs to be educated enough. I mean, you know, there's no standard of what is educated enough, but you will know educated enough or not educated enough.
I'd like to challenge
Yes.
that notion, right?
Yeah.
And say I'm an educated person,
Yes.
and I know a lot of people like educated people. They
Yeah.
feel like education creates a standard for people,
Yes.
but people don't know me. I'm a sociopath, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I basically trick everybody into believing that I am an educated leader who follows the rules of mores and norms and ethics. Everybody loves me. But the moment I seize leadership, I seize power, become a leader of this country,
Mhm.
all of that changes,
Mhm.
right?
We have that kind of leaders actually.
Hmm?
We already have that kind of leaders actually.
Now, of course, we understand that.
Yeah.
My point is, does education really regulate somebody's behavior so that that they would present themselves as benevolent?
Yes. My answer to that is yes.
Why?
Okay. I can pick two examples.
Mm-hmm.
SBY and Prabowo.
SBY and Prabowo.
SBY maybe three. Habibie. I think for all the leaders of Indonesia, I think those three are, I can say that, the most educated enough.
And Sukarno was not educated.
It's too far away. I mean, we cannot talk about him. I mean,
Okay.
it's it's too far away, and context wise, there's
No relevance.
yeah, there will be less relevance
Okay,
for
because of
today
the
works, yeah. Today's
historical
world, yeah.
conditions.
Yeah, historical conditions. So, if you see Prabowo or SBY, for example, or maybe Habibie as well, they are have hesitancy of not, if they don't comply to the norms, to the ethical norms, to good corporate governance, they still feel that, that shameful feeling that, maybe, oh, this is not, the right way to do. I think deep inside their heart, if they do something wrong publicly, they will feel that because they are educated enough. They know that that's wrong. That and education makes them, education makes them, having this kind of uh, higher self
Awareness.
awareness. Yeah. So they hate losing face, because they're educated enough. I mean, they don't want to. That's also actually there's also some of the limitation of educated people. They don't dare to take risks sometimes. Yeah, because they don't want to be, you know, to be bullied. They don't want to see as a evil person, something like that. But if you're not educated enough, you can, easily say that maybe I don't read it, or maybe that's my, you know, my stuff, mistakes.
What if somebody was so educated in certain topics and also the human nature
Mhm.
and also how the game of politics is conducted, but instead of using that, instead of being ruled by principles, they're ruled by power? Because there are some people that are like that in this world, right? There are people there are people who are they're dangerously educated and way too educated to the point where they are
I think statistically,
like that,
if you really do research, yeah, statistically, yeah, world leaders, maybe current world leaders,
Yes.
who are strong men and educated, everything. But I think most of those educative enough leaders, they tend to be not abusing their powers. I mean, by any means, yeah, by any means. But those who rose up from business, for example, from intelligence agency, for example, from military, and yeah, from any background that sometimes you are need to be taking action and survive in that environment to become a leaders. Sometimes they think that any strategy, as long as they can achieve their goals, they can take it. But those educated enough leaders, they usually won't do that. They have like internal way of preventing they are doing it. And I think this is not because I was in Gerindra. Prabowo is one of very few military, ex-military, and along with SBY, because he's educated in Prabowo case. I think when he's we can say running away with his fathers to Malaysia, to Hong Kong, to Europe, those education that he get, and also education that when he became a military officers abroad, give him more, you know, sense of uh, the same sense of that he cannot simply doing any wrongdoings to the people by abusing power that he gets. So I think if you sense how his leadership now, he is very like, if there's a viral case of uh, yeah something related to the government, yeah, eventually he will call, or his staff will call to prevent that or to correct the behavior.
I couldn't really judge. I mean, Prabowo
Yeah.
has been president for 3 months now.
Yeah.
3 months, October, right? He seized power.
Yeah, I think
October,
February will
November,
be
December.
100 days. Yeah,
100
February,
days that
yes.
he's president.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't really judge. I need to see him at the end of this term.
Mhm.
It was really hard to judge Jokowi all the way until the end of his term.
Yeah.
What I do know of Jokowi was that he wasn't. A lot of people would say that he tricked Indonesia into thinking that he was just this nice guy. I don't think so. I think Jokowi was not the force of nature that he was before.
Mm.
He eventually became that force of nature
Mm.
through survival.
Yeah.
Jokowi becoming like this was a survival mechanic.
Mhm.
He knew everybody was up for his head because he was an outsider. Gila, bukan siapa-siapa jadi presiden.
Yeah.
Nama belakangnya nggak ada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yudhoyono kagak ada.
Yeah, yeah.
Soekarno Putra nggak ada. Jero Hadikusumo nggak ada.
Yeah,
Kartasasmita nggak ada gitu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is this guy? You know, people keep on asking questions. People don't want to see a quote unquote peasant. Like people think in Jokowi was a peasant. Now Jokowi was kind of educated. Dia kan lulusan UGM kan.
Yeah. Yeah.
He graduated from the Gajah Mada University, one of the finest universities here in Indonesia. And he did all of this because it was a survival mechanic. Everybody was up for his head, so he had to empower himself and empower himself. So yeah, like I said, going back to my point, it's really hard to judge for me, it's really hard to judge Prabowo's leadership because I've only seen him in office in less than 100 days. Meanwhile, I believe that you're a member of Gerindra. You probably knew him more intimately than I do. And so I guess if you say that is true, then we'll see.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward for Indonesia, where the leadership is very supportive of more innovative endeavors. Because you see, we're heading towards what is called the middle income trap.
Yes.
And I believe well familiar with that. For people who don't know what the middle income trap is, it's basically what it is on the can. It literally says that middle income trap. So you are never going to get a high income
Yes.
in this country because this country has a middle income all the time.
Mm.
And it's really hard to go to the high income to have a high income on just a middle job. And it's about to arrive here in 10 years if we don't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Innovation is one of the ways that we can evade this trap, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of Indonesians, they're not I wouldn't say educated. I would say like Indonesians are not aware of that problem brewing. They don't understand how important innovation is for the market, not for them necessarily, not for them, but for the market, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it requires a few conditioning inside our society where people believe that yes, we do need to increase our quality of life. Yes, we do need to compete with the rest of the world, and that breeds innovation. But what I'd like to say is that how exactly could we create those conditions where Indonesians would innovate? Because I feel like this is a problem that ultimately boils down to how we execute our education. What do you say?
Okay. Middle income. I'll try to come up first using your terms. Yeah, middle income trap. So middle income trap happens when your income or your average income will be chased by the basic, for example, basic salary of regular basic salary like OMR. So okay, so there's a time like for example in Argentina, in Chile, in South America, that people income is actually bigger than basic salary. But then during the period they unable to increase the income, but the basic salary always going up because of the inflation. So once the salary, basic salary for and your income, like average income, becoming intersection, sama at one time, that's the trap happening, because you cannot be like a rich country anymore, because you need, when you want to produce more, you need to pay more because the salary is higher than your income. So that's the idea of middle income trap. We can be at that kind of situation if inflation is unmanageable, if this wealth distribution is becoming worse and worse. Like now, distribution welfare inequality in Indonesia is always going up. The Gini index is going up. So we need to tackle that. But I agree that innovation is one of the answers of coming out from the middle income trap. The only problem is we have too much regulation that hamper innovation. So Indonesia is, I can say, is over-regulated country.
What's one example?
One example, for example, if you want to import very specific equipment or very specific small parts of making a engine, for example, or machinery, for example, I think not everyone knows how to import that. Like maybe chips, maybe everything, or you need to go to three or four or maybe more institution
Mm.
to get permit for that, and it's not cheap as well, and it's not clear as well how to do it. So that kind of regulation makes any innovators will be back down. For example, that someone would like, so this is maybe very, that someone want to make autonomous car,
Okay, autonomous car.
drive by itself in Jakarta,
Mm.
because there's no standard roads in Jakarta. He needs special camera to do
Okay.
it, and this camera is actually military grade camera.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because it's military grade camera, you need to have permit from certain institution to import that, that
That's
equipment.
so bad.
So how do you feel if you are innovators in Indonesia?
I pay off the bureaucracy. Itu kan cara bisnis Indonesia kan?
Yeah,
Ya kita
but-
datang ke sana kemari gitu.
Yeah. But
Izin,
exactly, there's no
Ini
incentive for
ada
it.
kue di sini, Jeko ya Pak di dalam. Pas dibuka isinya bukan Jeko.
Yeah. Green Jack.
Apa?
Green Jack.
Yeah. Well, I'm maybe a Gen Z,
Yeah,
but I know exactly how you people play the game.
Yeah.
Tapi ya, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think overregulation limits our ability to innovate, because everyone will have that bad experience doing innovation.
Mohon bantuannya Pak, dilancarin ya Pak.
Yeah. But if you entrepreneurial enough,
Yeah.
you can do it.
I can do bribery.
In Indonesia,
Yeah.
no, we call it coordination.
Oh, koordinasi.
Coordination. Yeah.
For our foreign viewers, this is
Yeah,
how you do
yeah,
FDIs in Indonesia.
That's why there's a lot of coordinating minister in Indonesia.
Yeah, so much
Yeah,
coordination.
yeah.
Yeah, we need to coordinate with this and that.
Yeah.
You need to coordinate with this and that.
Yeah.
For Indonesians, as long as our country is overregulated, you need to know exactly who to
Yeah.
come to,
Yeah.
who to coordinate with,
Yes.
right? So I feel like kalau misalkan kayak gini ya,
Mhm.
if it's like this,
Mhm.
then we gotta find a political party
Yeah.
that talks about deregulation of economy.
Yes.
Make imports easier.
Yeah. The regulation of everything.
Right.
They
now,
regulate everything.
right now, there's
Yeah.
no political parties that are like that.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, if there is a political party that is like that wants to push for a laissez-faire Indonesia,
Yeah.
oh man, a lot of business owners are gonna support this.
Yes.
They're gonna throw money at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna throw money at it, and they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tips for you millennials who want to run for office in 2029. By the way, I'm still a Gen Z. I can't run for office
Yeah.
yet, unless if you want to endorse me.
Mm.
You're your friends in Gerindra, right? They're gonna love me.
Yeah.
I know exactly how the game is supposed to be played.
Yeah. But unfortunately, there's a lawmakers. I mean, DPR is lawmakers, right? If they don't make law, I think people will say, "Oh, you don't."
I'm sure we can coordinate with them.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I
we
think
could coordinate
We need
with them.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to ask them to change into the unlawmakers.
Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I hope the Marvin Foundation's 1,000 times impact challenge
Yeah.
we'll find a lot. We'll find a lot of innovators coming in.
Yeah.
Because yes, we know the conditions of innovation in Indonesia is really, really hard. But for you guys who has any business ideas, read between the lines, read the writings on the wall. You guys need this challenge, right? How are you supposed to import equipment or small spare parts from overseas if you don't know the right people? Now, I have to say it to you guys. Like, I just need to lay it down on the table. You guys go here, present your business ideas, and they're going to make it easier for you guys. They're going to make it easier for you to approach government officials, private sector, industry agnostics. So you can get your money and get your product shipped all over Indonesia. You guys need this because doing stuff in Indonesia alone is hard. Imagine how many months, days, years that you need to spend coordinating with people.
Yeah.
You know, just coordinate with them.
We already done that. We already done that, and we can, we can
Yeah,
be your,
yeah. They can be your channel
Channel
towards
to make
towards making it big here in
to
Indonesia.
cut the learning curve.
Yeah, to cut the learning curve, to get you
Of-
guys
yeah.
involved in the curve.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything you'd like to say to our viewers?
So I think like we used to say back in 90s, yeah, when we don't have gadget, when we don't have mobile phone, uh, we can dream at that time. I think Indonesia can create a very many innovative product like airplane, everything. So if today with this kind of resources, this kind of you know wealth that we have as a nation, and you can do anything, you cannot produce anything. So it will be your generation loss if you're not doing anything with this kind of facilities, resources, everything. At that time, I think Indonesia don't have many things and too many limitation. Even at that time, if we gather 10 students, then there's, police or someone came and asked, "What are you trying to do?" Trying to topple the government.
Mungkin sekarang juga enggak.
At least now maybe 100 people. Yeah,
100 people, 50 people,
50
I would
people.
say.
But yeah, at that time it's quite hard. But still, we managed to do something. But up until today, I think there's someone say that, oh, maybe it's because too many distraction, TikTok,
Yeah.
YouTube, anything, social media. So I think you guys have too many things to watch, too many things to elaborate, and you forgot that the basic survival, the basic to become a competitive nation is, you need to innovate. If you don't innovate, you can say goodbye to Indonesia sooner. I mean, we in the brink of World War III, right?
Huh?
Yeah, if you if you know enough, I think we can stand like maybe
all it takes
maybe
is
a
World War
week.
III.
I don't know, maybe a week.
Maybe all it takes is World War III for
Yeah.
Indonesia to finally
Yes.
innovate, you know.
Yes.
For us to become part of the conflict
Yeah.
would require us to innovate.
Yeah.
I guess World War III sadly could be our wake up call, guys.
Yes.
We'll meet again. Don't know when. Don't know when.
It will be a hard lesson for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you have it. Harryadin Mahardika from Marvin
you.
Foundation, guys, bringing you 1,000 innovator challenge, innovation challenge,
Challenge.
and hopefully by going to them, you guys could realize your dream and becoming an entrepreneur and become a rich, baron in here in Indonesia.
We count on you. Count on you.
Yeah, and then after you guys become a rich entrepreneur, come into
Yeah.
politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it here in Indonesia. This is the Indonesian dream. In America, you become a businessman. In Indonesia, you become a businessman first, and then you become a pejabat, a public official.
Yes. And make a party out of that, or acquire a party out of that.
Yes, but you guys need to innovate first. You guys need to be an entrepreneur first, and the only way you guys can be an entrepreneur is if you guys innovate.
Yes.
Anyways, this has been the Based Indonesian show, bringing to you Based Indonesian Talks. Don't forget to click like and subscribe on my channel. Don't forget to visit their webpage.
For you that would like to join the event or 100 times innovation challenge, you can open marvinfoundation.org. And also, if you would like to come and then check the pitching session, you can come to Universitas Indonesia, Faculty of Economics and Business at 25th of February 2025. And see you there. See you there.
That was the Based Indonesian Talks, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Based Indonesian Show. Bye-bye. Jangan di-cut dulu, Bang. Mau introduction dulu. Oke, ini disimpan dulu. Ya.
Subscribe to the Based Indonesian Show. Dijamin halal